Hello, welcome. My name is Crispin Obudo, and I'm gonna be speaking to you about the opportunity for gold mining in Migori, that is the southwestern part of Kenya. We went to Kenya, the four of us, that is Mr. Andrew Lindsay, myself, Ben Olunya, who is also a lawyer in Kenya, and Julius Opiyo, and Amar Malik, who is he's been doing mining across Africa for various organizations. And the visit was for 2 days, just on a fact-finding mission, and also to be able to feel exactly the extent of the investment that we are hoping to make. The visit was quite interesting, and that's why we felt that we should come and present to you as an investor. We are seeking £361,000 for the initial investment. Migori is what we could say is Africa's last gold frontier. The opportunity has been there for a number of years. We are looking at maybe close to 100 years or so since gold was discovered in Migori. The gold belt extends all the way from Migori to Tanzania. There's an influx of activities in the area. Gold is found in one of the longest belts maybe across the East African countries. What is very interesting is there's a lot of activities, but only for small scale miners. Of course, there are the big players as well who has moved into the area, and I'm going to be speaking that later at the end of this the video. Julius, who was our host, has been doing mining since he was 12 years old. He has gold mine in his own land, and 400 meters down from where his land is, there is a 150-meter gold mine that is still operational. Was what we call a colonial mine, and it's an interesting what kind of gold that can be extracted out of Julius's land. We'll attach later in this video assay reports. For now, all I can tell you is this is a golden opportunity. The government had banned licensing in 2013. That has been lifted up, and I'm going to be speaking about the ban at the end of this video. But between now and then, we're just going to give you an overview through Julius's own mouth, so that he can speak to you and tell you a lot about Migori, because he is the person who owns the piece of land. He is our partner. Julius is also the founder of MICA, Migori Artisanal Miners Association. And MICA is Kenya's, it was the first association to be licensed in Kenya to explore and to mine and even deal in gold. And Julius has done a lot of work. He's endured a lot to get where he is today. The ban, of course, had an impact on him and the association, but it is still one of the best association to work with, because they have what we call a golden opportunity. So I'm going to leave in the hands of Julius for the next few sessions. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
How did you become a miner?
I became a miner at a very tender age. In fact, I started mining at age 12. You can just imagine. So where child labor in mining is being discussed, I shy away because I'm a victim. But I was driven into this by circumstances. I come from a polygamous family. My father was a police officer. He lost his job when I was barely 3 years. And with that kind of large family, means of survival became difficult. So in my uncle's land, there was an old colonial mine. So we used to sneak with my cousin to go and extract just to pay for a school fee. So that is essentially how I became a miner.
Child labor is a discussion right now, and
Yeah.
especially with the cobalt mining in DRC. It's being discussed a lot in the Western countries. Is there anything you would like to add to that discussion from your perspective?
Instead of demonizing the child labor in mining, I think people need to find out why children are participating in mining. Most of them, if you look around, you will find that they are being pushed into this activity because of circumstances. For example, like you've cited the case in DRC, where conflict might have killed the parents of these children. These are orphans. They must live. They must survive. They don't have anyone to support them. In such a situation, how can they survive if they don't engage in any income generating activity? So it is not just about talking about child labor in mining and saying that this is wrong and it should be banned.
You've come quite a way since then. You're the founder of the Migori County Artisanal Miners. And
Yes.
in 2018, your organization became the first formalized small artisanal mining co-op in Kenya.
Yeah. It was not an easy step. It was not a walk in the park.
Right.
I think if it would have been easy, we would have by now having several organizations being licensed, being formalized in Kenya.
Are you still the only one?
No, we are two organizations now, one in the Gemstone and ours. First of all, I started engaging the government long time ago, because when I started mining, it was an illegal activity. Why it was being criminalized, I could not understand. So immediately I came from school with this kind of concern, because I benefited from the activity, although we were doing it illegally. So by 1995, I founded a community-based organization where I could now stand and drive the agenda. My concern was the right to access the local resources. So that is when I started now engaging the government. It took time. One, because of the vested interest of the powers that be. We are talking about resources and politicians. In 2016, May, the bill was passed, and there is now a full clause that touches on the SM sector. So it has been a long struggle, but finally, the law now recognizes the sector.
And what are some of the benefits for you operating legally?
Legally, for example, we had our first production 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and we sold the product locally in Migori, and it was over 800 grams. That was over $30,000. And what I realized is that the financial sector regulation, right now you cannot transact anything from $10,000 without justifying the source. So when I went to bank the $30,000, I had to be referred to the manager, and I was asked the business, and I said, it is gold mining. Where is the proof? because I had the papers.
Yeah.
Now I was allowed
Yeah.
to bank the money. So that is a benefit. Two, we've had the opportunity to test the outside market.
Outside of Migori or outside of Kenya?
Outside of Kenya. Just because we are licensed, we can export gold anywhere in the world, which those who are still operating informally cannot do.
And what would your recommendations be for governments seeking to formalize their informal mining sector?
The government must go out of its way to create a conducive environment that is in a reality with the situation on the ground. Taking our Kenyan case study, looking at the licensing procedure, there are about 13 requirements, and some of these requirements act as major obstacles, asking for technical proposal. These are just local people. They don't have that technical understanding, and they don't even know what a technical proposal looks like. If it is part of the requirement, then that is a barrier. So I think my recommendation to any government like Kenya would be that let us look at this sector in its own unique context.
Awaiting. Yes. It needs to be dry and dry. So that is why wet milling machines is far better, because this one is time consuming.
These are deep stuff. Imagine,
Ben, you see what I used in my site?
about, yeah, but when you inspire people, that's when you got it.
feet. No?